Marky Extreme, can you sum up John Cena in 5 words?
Absolutely, Skeeter. I can definitely do that. Let's see. Festering shit inside rotten toilet. Period.
It's hardcore. It's uncensored. It's On Your Mark with Mark E. Extreme.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the premiere episode of On Your Mark. That's right, it's now a wrestling podcast. So with me, of course, is the prestigious, most fun, greatest wrestler I've ever seen in my life. He's not 5-year champion. He's not 10-year champion. He's not 15-year champion. He's fit. Well, I guess if I were to do the math, he's probably like close to like 18 or 19-year champion. Is Marky Extreme. Sorry. It's, ladies and gentlemen, it's your Marky Extreme.
What the hell was that, Skeeter?
Well, I was excited. I'm really nervous to be doing this
No,
podcast.
stop. Right, Skeeter, stop. Listen, this is the first episode of what will become the best ever wrestling podcast there is. We're going to go on all the tours. We're going to get the dick pill money. We're going to get it all, baby. And you introduce the 15-plus year undefeated champ like that? That's how you do it? You think that okay, let me just start this over. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Stop. Don't talk over me. Let me do this again. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark. Extreme 15-plus year undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion and host of On Your Mark, which is now taking over the podcast world. There's moments in wrestling that you'll never forget. For instance, when Hulk Hogan became a bad guy and joined the NWO. When Brock Lesnar got a big old dick tattoo on his chest. And ladies and gentlemen, this is another one of those moments when Mark E. Extreme, it gets deep inside of the podcast world and takes over it. I am so excited, Skeeter, and this has been a long time coming. How about it?
And I'm Skeeter Skyflyer.
Yeah. Yes, nobody really gives a shit about that. So, Skeeter, yes, we have decided to start a podcast, and I couldn't be more excited. I would have, truth be told, I would have started a podcast a long time ago, but I thought that you could only be invited onto podcasts. I had no goddamn idea that you could literally start a podcast. We probably should have done this a long time ago, Skeeter.
I kept trying to tell you could just start a podcast. And you're like, no, you got to be on a podcast. I was like, all right, well, that's not how it works.
Okay, Skeeter, I'm not freaking Mark Zuckerberg, okay? Whatever, but so we need to let everybody know up front how this podcast differentiates from the other podcasts.
Okay.
And, let me let you take it away, Skeeter.
Well, everyone, look, there's all kinds of wrestling podcasts out there. You're going to hear from people that aren't in the wrestling industry talking about their opinions on it. You're going to hear wrestling podcasts where you're going to have people within wrestling talking about it. But no one in wrestling, I define you to find someone who's still a current and undefeated champion who runs their own company and books themselves to win every match. You're not going to find anybody who does that and is going to give you their opinions on wrestling.
I don't book myself to win every match. I win the matches, Skeeter. I go out there. I'm the better competitor, and you know what? I give the fans what they want, and they want to see Marky Extreme win. That's what, and also they want a fresh, new, hot, uncensored, extreme podcast, and that we give the fans what they want, Skeeter. That's the bottom line, plain and simple.
That's true. That's also a big difference in this show. Our YouTube show that's been running for years now. It's highly successful and people love it. Well, that show's censored. There's bleeps because YouTube doesn't allow it. But now in the podcast world, we are uncensored. Isn't that right, Marky Extreme?
fucking right, baby.
Well, all right. I don't really care for that sort of language. So if we could just kind of tone all that down, I don't want to hear that too much.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Skeeter. Listen. If you cussed a little bit more, I bet you'd probably get a couple more bookings.
Wait, if I curse, will you book me?
No, that's never going to happen. Okay. Let's just let this be clear. For those of you that just started being introduced to the On Your Mark universe, all my Marky Marks out there, which I don't know how you're just discovering me. We've been putting the best goddamn content on YouTube for years, and fat asses like Grim is 1 million subscribers. I don't know how the world works. But if you're just learning, I own a company, Backyard Wrestling Entertainment. I've been its champion for 15 plus years. I also run the Backyard Wrestling Academy. And, I have had a lot of great students come through, a lot of people that I've taught, like Yoko Zubaz, Gary the King Baller. And one of my students that you've heard the most annoying voice on the opposite end of this is the shit on my shoulder, Skeeter Skyflyer. And he wants to wrestle so goddamn bad, but it's not gonna fucking happen, okay? So Skeeter, you need to crush those dreams, because as long as you're with Backyard Wrestling Entertainment, and you're gonna be with us for a long time because you're under a lifelong contract, you're not gonna wrestle. So
You know what they say? Always say ever. So it's possible. It is possible.
yeah, they do say that.
Okay, well, we also want to thank, before we get into the main subject of our episode today, we got to thank Dragon Wagon Radio for taking us on. That's the podcast network we're on. And
Ricky the Dragon's podcast network. It's so sick.
I don't know. That's not correct. It's Dragon Wagon Radio. They host many other podcasts on the network. And so you go dragonwagon.com, find all the great podcasts there. You'll find us there too. So it's super great. So we're so thankful to be with them.
Yeah, it's cool. Whatever.
But now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, the debut episode of On Your Mark. We're talking about John Cena.
Wait, what?
John Cena.
That's our first episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about John Cena on our first. Okay, well, let's just preface this with there's nobody more in this goddamn world that I can't stand more than John Cena, so I definitely have some hot opinions on the topic. Continue, Skeeter.
Okay, well, I thought, what better way to get those clicks, right? Get them downloads than to talk about one of the greatest world champions of all time from the greatest world champion of all time, Marky Xtreme. So let's talk about John Cena. Marky Xtreme, can you sum up John Cena in 5 words?
Absolutely, Skeeter. I can definitely do that. Let's see. Festering shit inside rotten toilet. Period.
Okay, well, I guess that's what everybody's looking for is no one's going to get that take on John Cena. I don't think Stone Cold or Jericho would say that, but okay. Well, okay. John Cena, a 16-time world champion. That's tying one of the other greats, Ric Flair.
What's your question?
Isn't that interesting? I looked that up.
That's not anything that's very interesting to me. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a 15 plus year undefeated champion. How many times is he's okay? So he's 16-time, 15. How many time champion did you say?
16 times.
Okay. So that means he's lost it. How many times around that?
16.
Yeah. So, okay. I've only held my belt one time. One time, Skeeter. I haven't lost it ever. So you know what that also means is he's a 16-time loser. Continue with this deep dive into John Cena.
Okay, well, John Cena, he's done so much, and he started out, as we all know, with the series on WWE Network now called Ruthless Aggression, when he came in as a young rookie when Kurt Angle set an open challenge to the back and said, I'll fight anybody who have never fought before. And out came a young John Cena. And Kurt Angle said, what do you have that's different from other people, John Cena? And what's your name? And he said, well, my name's John Cena, and I have ruthless aggression. And that began a whole era of ruthless aggression. Marky Xtreme, what'd you think of the ruthless aggression era?
There was a lot of really cool shit, honestly, in ruthless aggression. Like, if I was in that era, like I've been able to go toe to toe with some of the boys, but I want to say, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about Chris Benoit. Can we talk about Chris Benoit on this podcast?
Are you saying Vince McMahon?
No.
What are you saying? You saying Vince McMahon?
Chris Benoit.
Chuck Palumbo?
Chris Benoit.
Chuck Palumbo?
I don't know. Look, I know we're hardcore and uncensored, but like, I just don't want, like, I don't know if we can legally talk about him because of what he did to his wife and kids.
Are you talking about The Undertaker and Sarah?
No, goddamn, Chris Benoit, Skeeter. Okay, Chris Benoit. Like, to me, Chris Benoit was one of the highlights of the ruthless aggression era, but unfortunately, because of what he did, we can't really dive into him, get inside of him anymore. But I have a lot of fond memories looking back as a young Mark back then. Some of my greatest memories was watching them do their thing, really ruthless and really full of aggression, and then going out in the backyard and taking what they did and making it better, and adding more chair shots to everything. Some of my greatest memories was sitting in front of that TV, and taking what they did and making it better. And yeah, I have fond memories of this moment with John Cena. And what's funny? I'll be completely honest with you, Skeeter. When I first saw John Cena, I thought that there was some potential in this kid. I thought that, I thought that I would end up actually, this is somebody that I could actually maybe kind of like. And then slowly over time, that spark of hope turned into a flaming pile of shit pretty quickly.
Well, I don't see how that is, because John Cena came in. He was fired up. He had a cool haircut, and he's a big muscly guy. How do you lose interest in a guy like that?
Do you want me to deep dive in this, or do you want to wait till we get there? I mean, slowly he started changing into this nerd, basically. Like, I hate nerds. I'm the king of not nerds, so anybody that's a nerd, I don't want anything to do with. And he starts slowly over time slipping into this rapper and copying my gimmick and wearing jean shorts. I will have it known that I wore jean shorts before John Cena. So he clearly must have seen some early BWE tapes and stole that from me. But you know what? I just think that he just started becoming a goddamn idiot and just really started annoying me, frankly.
Well, I guess that's what we're getting into, because John Cena did something that Xavier Woods did not do, was get his doctorate. So he was going to school on the side, as we all know, and he got his doctorate in thugonomics and came out and reimagined himself and was able to learn the skills of rap, and then was a rapping John Cena to many fans, including my own. And then this catapulted him into another stratisfaction sphere, and people were excited. But you didn't like John Cena rapping?
No, not at all. And let me make this very clear. I've got all the respect for doctors in the world. I got a guy down the street who's he tells me he's a doctor. Anytime I get hurt, he comes over and he helps me with my injuries. I don't know why it often includes checking my temperature with his thumb in my butthole, but he's a doctor, so I have to trust him. I have all the respect for doctors in the world. That being said, I respect that side of John Cena, but this is a field of doctorate that I couldn't care less about. Anybody can rap, Skeeter. Throw me a word right now, and I bet I could come up with a rap for it. Better than John Cena.
Okay, I'll throw you a word. Basketball.
I'm a man, and I basketball. I jump off the roof and make a real hard fall. And I climb in the ropes, and I take it all day. Okay, I hit people with chair, Skeeter. I'm not ergonomic. You know, whatever. I went to school for hard knocks. I didn't go to school to rhyme words. Big deal.
I liked it. I applauded it. I thought that was pretty good. I can't do that. I can't rap basketballs.
Was it good?
Look, you're my second favorite rapper, Marky Xtreme. Let me just put that out there right now. You're my second favorite.
Do you really think it was good?
I do think that was good. I know you didn't know that I was going to say the word basketball. So you can't.
I really didn't. That was
impressive.
legit. That was legit. I came up with that at the time. Okay, maybe, you know, like if all this fails, you know, if this, I could, I don't know. Just sometimes, Skeeter, to be real with you, I kind of sometimes doubt myself in fields outside of, you know, backyard entertainment. So I got to work on that. You know, it's something that I probably should talk to my therapist about.
I never doubt you, Marky Xtreme. I know that you're the greatest that I've ever seen in the backyard, and it's just impressive. And I'm so thankful to be a part of this. And I'm also so thankful that with John Cena rapping, we got my favorite musical CD ever in the world, Word Life. Now, this was a CD that John Cena released of all his rap songs, including his own entrance theme, which I've been telling you for years. You need to come up with your own entrance theme and sing it or rap it or something, because that's what John Cena does. And it's the best song I've ever heard in my life. Now, you know that I listen to this album every day. Now, have you ever sat down and listened to Word Life?
You know what, Skeeter? I don't really have time to listen to music. I actually have recorded one song myself. It's called Baby Wake Up. I'm a one and done singer. You can hear that song in my Nigel McGuinness interview at youtube.com/OnYourMarkShow. I'm a one and done singer. So, you know what? Once you've made a hit song like that, you know, it's just really hard to listen to other music. So you know, when people ask me, do you like music? I say no. But you know what, Skeeter?
Oh.
You know what I do like? I'm Marky Xtreme. I like Marky Xtreme's talent enhancement gummies. Skeeter, take it away.
Okay, well, this is a time in our show where we have a sponsor, and we'd like to thank them for being part of the show. And of course, we're opening it up to other sponsors out there. So if you're PF Chang's or Panda Express, you know, you want to sponsor the show, we're open to it. But today, Marky Xtreme gummies. Do you feel flabby around the waist and you can't lift all them weights up real good?
Yes.
You do?
No.
Marky Xtreme, I thought you trained real hard.
No.
But you just said
no.
Well, I'm confused. You just said yes, so I thought you were training hard. You should probably train harder.
Just continue with the advertisement, Skeeter.
Oh, okay. Well then, take Marky Xtreme's gummies, because they'll get you jacked, they'll get you stacked, and they'll get you basketball. Sorry, I've lost the rest of the papers that said all the stuff about it.
We're gonna lose that sponsor.
But you made it. They're your gummies.
Skeeter, continue the show.
Okay, so thank you, Marky Xtreme gummies. Okay, so John Cena moves on from being the doctor of thugonomics in his career, and then we get a more grounded John Cena, a more real John Cena, who still doesn't change his name, still goes by the name John Cena, which is John Cena's name. And so we have him wrestling, and he's winning championships. He's going from WrestleMania to WrestleMania, winning and defending the title, and these great epic matches. Marky Xtreme, what's your favorite John Cena WrestleMania match?
Oh, that's funny, Skeeter. Is that supposed to be a joke? Because that's really funny. You know what, Skeeter? I don't have a favorite John Cena WrestleMania match. You know what? I would have a favorite John Cena WrestleMania match if it was a John Cena murder match and I was in the opposite end. You know what? If you're listening, Hunter, which I'm sure you are, you know, book it, kid. You want a WrestleMania moment? Book John Cena versus Marky Xtreme in a murder match. Put me over. Get the world rid of this. Clean the world of this virus.
You mean to tell me when John Cena wrestled the Big Show at WrestleMania 20 and put him up for FU, that wasn't exciting? You didn't love that match?
That was all special effects and rigging. Do you think anybody can really lift the Big Show? I saw the cables.
You did?
Yeah, they attached Big Show to cables, the same kind of cables that Sting used to come down with, the same kind of cables that Owen Hart tried to come down with. You know, they attached Big Show to cables and they lifted him up. And, you know, there's no way John Cena, a little bitch like him, could ever really fucking lift the Big Show like that. So that's just another case in point of false advertising, I think.
Well, what about that WrestleMania match where John Cena fought Big Show and Edge and they lifted up both of them?
Cables.
What about when John Cena fought Shawn Michaels and he beat him?
It's all fake, Skeeter. The only thing that's real is what we do in the backyard, okay? Everything you see on television is not real. Name me one thing on television that is real, Skeeter.
One thing that on television is real. John Cena has the most Make-A-Wishes than anybody. John Cena does wonderful charity work in which he greets and meets children from all over the world that are sick and not doing well. And John Cena is an exceptional human being that takes the time and says, "Hello, I'm here to make your day a little bit special." And it should be noted that what?
I don't believe it. I think those kids are faking it.
You think so? Do you think those kids are faking it? Is that why you've always turned down Make-A-Wish?
No, I think that I probably should take that back. That was a very, very, very excessive. If anything, I think that the kids, I know that the kids are sick and I've only turned them down because my schedule is so busy, but I don't think John Cena's really doing it. I think that if anything, that face swap technology that they got going on right now, that shit's crazy. I think they got somebody that looks like John Cena going in there and then they just superimpose his face on him. Because do you really think that John Cena gives a shit about kids? I'm going to say this right now. And if this is one quote that gets out there on David Meltzerman's sheets, then it's this. John Cena doesn't give a shit about kids.
Wow. He's hosted the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. I don't think that's true at all. But okay.
No, that's not him either.
That's not him?
Nope. That's probably fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson or something, somebody else that's real jacked and, they put his face on him. John Cena is really under all that. It's just a fake bodysuit. He's a flabby little bitch that, has a bodysuit on and they superimpose his face and they do all these like special effects and cables. He's a fake fucker. Doesn't like kids.
Wow. Okay. Well, okay. Well, I gotta ask about this. Because John Cena has been transitioning from wrestling into Hollywood, and he's made a lot of movies. So I'm going to go through John Cena's movies and see which one's your favorite. Mark Xtreme, do you love The Marine?
Hell no.
Okay. How about Daddy's Home 1 or 2?
Fuck no.
Oh, how about The Wall?
Shit, no.
That one's rated R. I didn't watch that one. Trainwreck.
No.
Ferdinand.
No.
He's a bull. That one's so cute. He's a bull. He likes the flowers. He hangs out with all the other animals. It's so good.
Skeeter, you sound like a kid right now. Skeeter, I don't got time to watch. No. I'm gonna stop you here on your dumb list.
Mystery.
I don't have time. I don't have time to listen to music. I don't have time to watch movies. let alone a John Cena movie. The only movie I would ever watch if it was produced is the Marky Xtreme biopic. And Skeeter, who do you think when they make that movie, who do you think would be the best? This is a sidebar question. Skeeter, who do you think that would be best to play Marky Xtreme in the Marky Xtreme biopic?
John Cena. He's been in a lot of good movies. Scooby-Doo Wrestlemania Mystery, Playing with Fire. That one was super fun. He's a smoke jumper. I think he'd be great to play you. John Cena is a really good actor. He's multiple-time world champion. Okay, maybe he can't do everything in the ring because he says he uses cables and stuff. But that's movies. You use cables and stuff.
Skeeter, I have never in my life been more angry with you. You are 2 weeks on restriction, and you are not allowed to train. You are only allowed to do Hindu squats all day and do all my chores. And I swear to God, Skeeter, I'm this close from pulling out a gun.
I don't know what it is I said that upset you, but I want to make something clear because I'm not sure what I'm not allowed to do. Am I not allowed to train, or am I not allowed to play with my trains?
I can't anymore, Skeeter. I just can't. I don't know how to deal with you. Continue with the show.
Okay, I'm going to assume that I can both play with my trains and train still. Okay, Marky Xtreme, we're come to a close on our first episode that has been so wonderful. And I've had such a great time talking to you. Dream match scenario. John Cena. Against who?
Oh, well, I've already said it. It's perfectly clear. John Cena versus Marky Xtreme in a murder match. Marky Xtreme winning. John Cena, the virus that he is, being wiped clean from this earth, and Marky Xtreme reigns supreme.
Okay, when you say a murder match, because that's what a bunch of crows are. So I don't know, do you mean like a match where somebody wins a crow at the end? They get him as a pet?
I didn't say anything about Sting, Skeeter. I don't know what you're talking about, crows. I'm talking about a goddamn murder match. There's poles in every corner. There's a gun in one corner. There's a knife in one corner. There's a chainsaw in one corner. And then there's the BW hardcore dildo in the other corner with nails going through it and a lot of rusty STDs. So you know what? All is free in love and war. And when that match goes down, hopefully at WrestleMania, if Hunter knows what's good for him, it will be a match that the people will be talking about for ages. But you know what else people are talking about for ages, Skeeter? Is Mark E. Extreme's shake weight classes.
Okay, yes, we have another sponsor. Before we close out the show, we have Marky Extreme's shake weight classes available every Wednesday at the Women's The
Women's Club. The Women's Club.
Oh, okay, at the Women's Club. And you can go there and get autographs and learn how to do shake weight classes all in under 20 minutes. It's a great class. I've been trying to go for several times, but you don't allow me in because I'm not a woman.
You creep everybody out, Skeeter, that's been there. You know what? Back to definitely check out Mark Xtreme shake weight classes. We haven't had a lot of people lately. I don't know why attendance has dropped. Anyways, I want to go back to the show real quick before we wrap things up, Skeeter. I want to entertain me, Skeeter. Who would your John Cena dream match be?
My John Cena dream match would be John Cena and Marky Xtreme as a tag team. See, I'd choose you guys as a tag team, and then I'd have you guys go up against Heavy Machinery, because those guys are fun. I think they're the best tag team going right now, and I think watch you guys going to be so neat. And then there's Otis and Tucker, and he's going Tucky, 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 and then you and John Cena, you both going, you can't see me, and then you tag it in, and then you hugging, and then you guys rap afterwards about basketball.
I think this is a good time to wrap things up, Skeeter. I gotta go cool down, probably punch something.
Oh, you heard the champ. He's fired up and he's ready to be tag team partners with John Cena. This has been the first episode of On Your Mark. This has been exciting for me, Skier Skyflyer. I'm sure on behalf of the champion, Marquis Xtreme. So we ask you to go to DragonWagonRadio.com. Be sure to listen to other great podcasts on the network. Be sure to rate and review our show on iTunes and spread the word about it. And also check out YouTube.com/OnYourMarkShow, where you can watch hours upon hours of great moments with Marquis Xtreme and the greatest wrestlers in the world today, including Matt Hardy and the Young Bucks and John Morrison, Nigel McGuinness, and the list goes on and on and on. You're going to want to check all that out, and you can find us on social media at OYM Show.
Yeah, Skeeter, thank you for that fantastic outro. I want to say this too, because it is, I guess, goddamn important for anybody that does rate and review the podcast. You know, Marquis Xtreme does give back to his fans, the Marky Marks, the people that make this all possible. Every now and then, I'm going to be picking one of the best reviews, and I'm going to send you a free T-shirt.
What if I rate and review the show? Can I get a T-shirt?
Skeeter, no. God dang it. You have enough shirts.
Okay. Well, in closing, Marquis Xtreme, we know he's listening. Do you have any final words for John Cena?
I hate you more than anything in this whole world.
All right. Well, there you have it. Thanks for listening, everybody. And we'll be back with a new episode next week.
Dragon Wagon.